What's up, everybody? This is your girl, Outspoken Diva, and you are now tuned into my podcast. Originally, today's podcast was going to be about the importance of having good people in your life. I would do that podcast later on down the line because I want to touch base on something that's very important. Excuse me. And I think that everybody should get this message. Now, a few days ago, I lost a really, really good friend of mine. I've known her for over 13 years. I would not go into full detail because I don't want to get emotional, but the reason I'm bringing her up is because it ties into this message. So, let me get into a story time, and then I'll jump right into the message. Okay, I would like to give flowers to three very important people in my life right now. I'm not talking about my blood family members. You guys all know that you are important to me, and I love each and every one of you. But these three women that I'm talking about, they are women that I've met over the course of 5 to 6 years, and they've become like family to me. I will describe each one of them individually and give them their own spotlight and give them their flowers. Okay, so first I want to start off with the young lady that I met first. And her name, well, I won't say her name because I respect her privacy. But I met her in 2015 when I was working for this cleaning company and I was a supervisor. I was in charge of hiring and firing people. And she was one of the people that I hired. Now, me being a closed off person, I don't like to interact with anyone. I like to stay to myself because I have a hard time trusting people. I've been hurt so many times in my life. It's like it takes a lot for me to trust people. And it takes a lot for me to open up even just a little bit. So, as I was saying, I met her in 2015. Our relationship didn't start off the greatest, like I said, because I was closed off. I didn't want to get to know anybody. She was my employee, and that was that. But as time went on, I saw something in her, that kind of caught my eye. I started opening up, not really opening up, but I started talking to her a little more because I was interested in knowing who she was and what she was about. Because like I said, I was closed off and I didn't want to get to know anybody. So I started talking to her. And make a long story short, she's one of the sweetest individuals that anyone could ever meet. I mean, yeah, our friendship has not been perfect, but for the most part, she's like a sister to me. She's there whenever I need her. I could call her for anything, any time of the day, and she'll be there for me. There's times where she literally dropped everything to be by my side. She has been by my side through some of my most trying times. I mean, I'm not going to go into full details because I want to put all my business out there, but she's been by my side the same way my blood sister would be, and that really means a lot to me. I lost my job in 2018, and let me tell you, when I say she's had my back, she's had my back, my front, my side, up, down. Any way the arrow could point, she's had it. Anytime I called her, the only time she ever told me no is if she genuinely could not help me. And I didn't always ask her for things. She would surprise me. I would get an inbox from her and she'll tell me, check my PayPal, things of that nature. And she would have sent me something. I mean, it touches my heart. Like I said, I love her like she's my sister, and I couldn't ask for a better best friend. She's just she's as you can see, I'm speechless, and I'm never speechless. She's someone that I always want in my life, and that I will never ever forget about. Never. I don't care what happens. I don't care where I'm at in life. I don't care how successful I may be. If I make it to the top, she's going to be right there with me, and she's going to be right by my side, because that's my sister, and I love her so much. And when she hear this, she'll know exactly who I'm talking about. She'll know. Now, the second person, I also met her at the job where I met my best friend, and I also hired her. And right away, me and her clicked. I mean, it was like we had known each other all of our lives. And me and her and the previous person that I spoke about, we were like the three amigos at my job. It's funny because where you seen one, you seen the other one. We were so tight. But anyway, like I said, me and her clicked right away. And she's also had my back. I mean, I've never met no one prior to the two women that I'm discussing now that had my back the way that they did. It's just, I have no words for it. But she was also there for me when I lost my job in 2018, and she's still there for me to this day. She's one of the most sweetest, loyal individuals I could ever meet. And she's younger than me, but she's mature way, way beyond her years. So it's like sitting down talking to her is like you having a conversation with someone that's your age. That's how mature she is. And she also has my back. Like I said, I lost my job in 2018, and with no hesitation, she's been by my side. She's been there for me through thick and thin. She's been through some of my worst moments, and she's been there by my side through some of my best moments. And I'm so grateful to have her in my life. She also, like, I can call her for anything. I can text her and tell her what's going on with me, and she's there. She's there. No questions asked. And she never makes me feel bad about the things that's going on in my life. Just like the other young lady that I mentioned. I keep calling her a young lady, but she's only like a year or two. No, I keep calling her a young lady, but she's older than me. Wow. By 2 years. I probably keep calling her a young lady because I'm like the mama bear in the group, you know. But anyways, don't want to get off topic. She's like I said, she's also like a sister to me. It's like I could not see my life without her being in it. She's one of my closest friends that turned into my family. And I am so grateful and I am so thankful that I have her in my life. And like I said, I could not see my life without her in it. We don't talk every day, but whenever we do link up and we talk, it's like we picked up wherever we left off. That's just how it is. I mean, we don't have to talk every day. And we don't love each other any less. And that goes for the other one as well, because we're all friends. We're all close, you know. We're like family to each other. We're one unit. And can't nobody say nothing bad about either one of us or it's a problem. Now, I have one more young lady, and she is younger than me, so I can say young lady, and I got permission from her to use her name. So, I was on Facebook in 2017, and I'm scrolling through my notifications, and all of a sudden, a notification pop up. Christina Williams has accepted your friend request. And I was like, who the hell is Christina Williams? Because I don't even know no Christina Williams. So I'm like, I started to the delete her off my friends list because I didn't know her. But something told me not to delete her, and I like to stick with my instincts, and that's exactly what I did. I didn't delete her. I went on her page just to get a little bit more insight about who she was, and I noticed that she's into African spirituality. And not to go into deep details because I'm not going to tell all of our business. I'm not going to put it all out there because it's not everyone's business. But what I will say is she opened my third eye to things that I did not even know existed. But that's neither here nor there because the reason that I'm making this podcast is to discuss how she's been there for me. Mind you, I never met Christina a day in my life. The only connection I've had with her is through Facebook. But you would never be able to tell because of the connection that we have. It's so genuine. She's loyal to me without even having to be loyal to me because she's never met me. I also consider her like my family. She's been there for me through some rough stuff. She's one of the people that I open up and that I could just talk to about anything because she makes me feel that comfortable. She's non-judgmental. She doesn't make me feel bad about the things that I come to her with. Whenever I need to vent, whenever I need to cry, whenever I just need someone to talk to, period, she's always there. She gives me excellent advice. She's just someone that I'm really grateful to have in my life. Like I said, and it's crazy because I've never met her outside of talking to her on Facebook, and she's been there for me more than some of the people I've known my entire life. And it's crazy. I know I can be a little needy, and I know that I overthink a lot, and I know she's going to listen to this, so I'm going to say this directly to her. Sister, you mean the world to me. I'm so thankful to have you in my life. I know I can get out of hand sometimes, and I know I can overthink. But I'm getting better at that, I'm working on that, and I'm working on a lot of other things, but I just want to let you know that I love you as if you were my blood sister, and I could not see my life without you. I'm so thankful that you were placed in my life, and I show my deepest gratitude to you for all that you've done for me and all that you will continue to do for me. And this goes back to the importance of having people in your life. But like I said, that'll be for another podcast. It's just crazy. She came into my life at the right moment. I was really going through a really hard time. And then it's like, she accepted my friend request. I'm like, what? But it was meant for me to run across her, because running across her, she's helped me. She's helped me heal me. Like, the damaged parts that I had, I'm a work in progress, but she's really helped me see things much more clear than I did before. And she's also the reason I finally stopped procrastinating on my businesses. She's the reason I published my first short story. She's the reason I have the drive that I have that makes me want to be a better me, that makes me help me be the better version of me. That's just who she is. And I could never thank her enough for coming into my life and helping me become a better version of myself. I'm so grateful for that. And it's very important to give people their flowers while they are here. Tomorrow isn't promised to anyone. You could wake up tomorrow and the person you just talked to the previous day is no longer here. Life is too short to hold grudges. Life is just too short for all the foolishness. If you have someone in your life that you love, that you haven't spoken to in a while, reach out to them. Reach out to them and tell them that you love them. Reach out to them and see how they're doing. Just reach out. Don't have it in your mind, oh, they're not reaching out to me, so I'm not going to reach out to them, because that's where you go wrong at. And that has happened to me, because I kept putting it off, thinking I had tomorrow. I'll call this person tomorrow. I'll reach out tomorrow. Oh, I'll talk to them when I can. And then I woke up and tomorrow was too late because they passed away. You do not want that to happen to you, because I promise you it will eat at your soul. I have a lot of guilt in me right now because I kept saying with my friend, I will call her tomorrow. I'll contact her. I'll do this. I'll do that. And right before she passed, I had actually had it in my mind to call her, but I didn't, because why? I said, I'll call her tomorrow. I'll text her tomorrow, and see how she's doing. And then I get on Facebook and I find out the person that I've known for over 13 years had passed away, and I couldn't even say goodbye. So like I said, give people their flowers while they're here, because if you don't, you'll regret it. You really will. And on that note, I'm signing off. Thank you everyone for tuning into my podcast, and I hope you all have an awesome day.